Police siren. I hope that captured it.
I'm running.
She's the police girl.
So, essentially, we're here today, you know, we're all wearing hoodies, people buy Skittles in their Arizona, but it's not about the hoodies, okay? Let's be real, people. The reason why Trayvon was killed was not because he had a hoodie, it's because he's black. We live in a white supremacist, patriarchal, heteronormative, ableist system, which is around the world. It's not about North America, it's all over the world. So when we have Africans and Africans from diaspora in this world, you know, we're not white. We live in a racist society, which seems African/black bodies, if you don't want to call yourself an African, but that's what black people are, they're Africans. Black bodies, African bodies are not worth shit, okay? They can gun us down, and it doesn't mean anything, my bad.
Strip searches, you name it.
Essentially, you know, it's not just the people. We live in a police state. The police, as Kemi has already stated, have already been gunning down young black people. It's not just men, too. Don't get it twisted. Women are profiled just as much. Ann Brown was dragged out of a hospital by police and because they thought that she was on drugs, and then she later died in a cell. And they realized, oh no, it was like she had like a blood clot. And it went to her lungs and she died in the cell. There's like stuff on YouTube that you can see the way she died. And it's horrible. Why? Because they profile us. They stereotype us because we live in a racist society. And what that means is that we are not in power. Until the people who have the power are willing to give up that power, but they're not, we have to fight for it. So we're at war. So if you're not a part of those who want to dismantle the system that holds us, people of color, black people, non-white people, on the bottom of the rung, then you are our enemy. And if you're not willing to fight with us, whether you're walking with us, marching with us, because we need to do more than marching, people, I'm sorry, but marching ain't gonna do nothing. We need to actually build a resistance, because when we are armed legally, they don't want to hurt us. But when we are unarmed, they will come and shoot us down. So right now in the States, they have the National Rifle Association for black people who are like kind of like the new Black Panther Party, who are arming themselves legally because they don't want to deal with us when we have ammunition on us. But they will gun us down when we are in a cab, when we are walking. Why do they profile us? Why is it that like we can't get cabs at night? Because we're black. We're people of color. We live in a system that Emmett Till, you know, Trayvon is like the new Emmett Till for right now, but there are so many other Trayvons. And like, sorry to say, but after like this week, next week, there's gonna be another Trayvon. There probably has been another Trayvon. It's not about Trayvon, okay? This is like black against white supremacist society that doesn't care about our bodies. We are nothing to them. So until we're ready to come together as a community, which means unity in the community of black people, we are not going to do anything. We don't have power. We don't own land. We don't own corporations, even though we're in a capitalist system. You know what I mean? We need to have control of ourselves. We need to love ourselves. We don't even know that we come from Africa. If you don't even know where your roots are, you're not going to know where you're going. So, like, honestly, like, you don't have roots, you're going to fall. So we need to understand that we have to heal from the transatlantic slave trade, from even beyond that, because even slavery happened in Africa from the Arabs, you know what I mean? There's a lot of healing that we need to do. We are suffering from trauma, and we don't love each other like we're brothers and sisters. We look at each other like we're strangers, and because we look at each other like we're strangers, when some of us gets killed, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? And we have to see that we are each brothers and sisters, and we have to care about each other. We need to build together, and not just stand around with hoodies and buy Skittles, but actually build on empowering movements that are going to dismantle the supremacist racist system that is holding us back. And, you know, we live in a police state. You know what I mean? Right now, there's a rally going on at 52 Division against police brutality. You know what I mean? So people that occupy Toronto have gotten beat up. You know what I mean? Black people get beat up all the time, and nothing happens at it. Like, be careful if you end up at Cherry Beach at night, because you might get like the yellow, you know, book to your stomach with a baton. You know what I mean? So we have to be careful about how we walk. But we actually, more importantly, need to care about each other and build with ourselves. You know, we have splinter fractions of like communities here, communities there. We need to come together en masse, a bigger mass, because like little pockets that don't do nothing. But when we make the little pockets turn trying to be messed with, because we're not really trying to take it anymore. Like, I'm tired of seeing black bodies and nobody does anything. Like right now, the Black Panther Party, the new Black Panther Party has a $10,000 bounty, or not a bounty, but like a citizen's arrest for George Zimmerman, and people are in an uproar. But why is it okay that the U.S. American government, because I have $1 million bounty on Assata Shakur, dead or alive? So all I gotta say and wrap up is that we really need to come together and do more than just put on hoodies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey.